How to dress like Blair Waldorf from Gossip Girl. Welcome to another installment of a series that I like to do here on my channel called Preppy Style Icons. This is where we like to look at iconic preppy characters from film and TV and also real life people, take a look at their fashion choices and basically steal their style. Now if we're doing Preppy Style Icons, how could we not talk about Blair Waldorf? I think for a lot of people, when you mention preppy fashion, preppy style, she is the first person who comes to mind. On the show Gossip Girl, she is regarded as the queen bee of Manhattan's Upper East Side, and she definitely has the wardrobe to prove it. Now, the first way to dress like Blair is to wear really bright, really bold primary colors, in particular yellow. Yellow was definitely Blair's color. She wore it a lot throughout the show, and it really just does look fabulous against the backdrop of New York. As well as bright yellow, she was also a really big fan of wearing bright red and bright green. And sometimes, some outfits, she would actually wear multiple bright, bold primary colors in the one outfit. So she incorporated these colors into her outfits with either accessorizing, hats, scarves, handbags, or she would have skirts or blouses in these colors. But in particular, she loved a statement coat. She wore a lot of really bright coats, which I love. I'm a sucker for a statement coat. Blair also loved a cape, and I am just putting it out there that we collectively all need to bring capes back. We just don't have enough capes, do we? This is my cape, and it's a really light gray, almost blush tone. It really is very feminine and very elegant. The only thing when wearing a cape is you don't have as much arm mobility, so I can't wear my normal crossbody bag because I literally, it's a cape, so there's extra fabric and you can't move your arms, so just be aware of that, but I still think it's worth it. My cape is a couple of years old, but I will try and find some alternatives and link them in the description box below for you. Now, watching the show, you will probably notice an item that Blair never ever wears. She wouldn't be caught dead in it, and that is pants. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Blair ever wore pants, ever wore jeans. It was always dresses and skirts. She was almost always in heels as well, and not just little baby heels like stiletto heels. If she wasn't wearing heels though, she was always wearing a pair of ballet flats or loafers, which of course are both very preppy shoes too. Blair was always very polished, very dressed up, and very ultra feminine in her dress sense. Even when she was wearing sleepwear or lingerie, she was very polished. I did talk about this a little bit when I did my style guide for Charlotte York from Sex and the City. She also really loved to dress in a very, very feminine way and was also very polished, just like Blair. And I was thinking about making a video or even a video series about really embracing this very feminine way of dressing, looking polished and feeling confident in it. So if that's something that you would like to see, please do let me know. Moving on. And I know that you've been waiting for it. You're like, when is she going to mention it? When is Fab going to mention Blair's ultimate accessory? Headbands. Headbands, headbands, headbands. Blair loved a headband. Plain headbands. Patent headbands. Silk scarves as headbands. A headband with a bow on it. A little pearl headband. Those metal headbands that are sort of like embellished with jewels. I'm not sure if there's a particular name for them, but those headbands. Blair could not get enough headbands in her life, and I'm here for that energy. And this is great for us because headbands have really been on trend these last couple of years. So there's so many different types out there. Like, everybody's making headbands in any which way that you could possibly want as well. Something that I really like that Blair does that's different to me, when I wear a headband, I do try and incorporate it, but Blair really used them as contrasting pieces. For instance, if she had a navy outfit on, she would pop on a pink plaid one, just something that was totally contrasting, and yet it always worked. And to build on that, Blair also loved hats. She would wear beanies, berets. She also loved a 1920s style cloche hat. And I feel like accessorizing in this way with things like hair accessories, headbands, hair scarves, a nice hat, just really can pull a whole outfit together. It's a really easy extra touch to incorporate into your outfits to elevate your style. Many of the outfits that come to mind when you think of Blair are her school uniforms, because she did go to a very expensive New York private school. But she was allowed to put her own spin on her uniform, give it a little bit of flair, which I would never have been able to do with my school uniform. So she really is able to personalize the school uniform look. And you can incorporate this preppy schoolgirl vibe into your outfits with things like button-up shirts, A-line skirts, a nice blazer, or my particular favorite, a little tie up at the neckline. Now this is a cute little bow that I actually found in a really random boutique in Singapore a few years ago, and doesn't it go perfect with the houndstooth skirt? Which, speaking of, another way to get the Blair look is to really embrace those preppy patterns. Things like houndstooth, plaid, argyle. She was such a fan of those classic preppy prints. Another way that Blair really liked to accessorize is with tights. And especially because she didn't wear pants, she always had dresses or skirts on, so she kind of needed to with her cold weather outfits. But she didn't always just wear simple black tights. She really got fun with the tights. She would wear black pattern tights, she would wear opaque white tights, she would wear patterned white tights, blue tights, she would wear grey tights, she would wear bright red tights, which is so fun, such a statement. She does really love tights and use them as a piece themselves rather than something that's supposed to just blend into the outfit. She made them a statement. And that is how to dress like Blair Waldorf from Gossip Girl. I think the main takeaway from Blair's style is to never be too afraid to just go over the top and take fashion risks. She didn't care what everybody else on the street was wearing. She did her own thing and she was confident doing it. As always, if there is a preppy style icon that you would like me to do a video on, please do leave it in the comments down below. We're doing Jackie Kennedy next, which is going to be such a good one. I'm very excited for it. So make sure that you subscribe to my channel down below if you haven't already, so you don't miss out on that video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. XOXO, fab. Doesn't have the same ring to it, does it? XOXO, gossip fab. That's better. Gossip fab, I like that.